Hey folks, welcome back to HeartGold vs. Crystal. We are here in Lavender Town. Now, a lot of people have some pretty strong memories of Lavender Town from back in the day of Red, Blue, Yellow, etc. They remember it for being really creepy and having really creepy music and being like haunted and stuff. All of that is essentially gone now. The old Pokemon graveyard tower has been remodeled into a radio tower, and I guess they moved all the corpses into this small building. I don't know. It's weird. But a lot of people really took issue with the direction that Lavender Town took. You can hear from the music it's not nearly as creepy anymore. And because I'm a huge nerd about music, I actually investigated why exactly that happened. And I concluded that the original Lavender Town music, and indeed kind of the backing track for this track, was originally in E minor, but the added melody for the sequels put it up into its relative major, the C major. And people who are familiar with music know that minor keys tend to sound sad, and major keys tend to sound more happy. But beyond that, some German guy who I found on a website, specifically characterized E minor, the original tune, as a key wherein the music seems to embody grief, mournfulness, and restlessness. And if you've ever played the original Pokemon games, you know that's exactly what Lavender Town is about. And of course C major is kind of the bass major. It's the easiest key and is characterized by this guy Hermann von Helmholtz as pure and innocent. So maybe complete coincidence, but there is cool musical kind of parallelism between the direction of the town and the direction of the music. Now, you may not like that direction, that's entirely another thing, but I just wanted to, kind of geek out about music for a little bit. Anyway, Radio Tower here. This is kind of a counterpart to the Radio Tower in Goldenrod. And up until this point, if you try to listen to the radio in Kanto, you will get a bunch of static, basically. And we need to go through a couple loopholes, or not loopholes, we'll jump through some hoops in order to get to an expansion card that will allow us to listen to the radio here. And that is necessary for an upcoming side quest, and by side quest I mean main quest. So, to get our expansion card, we need to go fix the power plant, which is off to the east of Cerulean City and north of Lavender through Rock Tunnel. So, let's head through Rock Tunnel. After grabbing some items. Rock Polish is actually an interesting move. It's a rock-type move for mostly rock-type Pokemon, and it allows them to up their speed in the same way that agility does. Of course, most rock Pokemon are pretty slow, so generally not really a thing, but maybe if you have a Cranidos or something, Rampardos, or other more offensive-based rock type, you could get away with it. Anyway, we have a hiker here. Hello, hiker. This hiker is actually... He's a bit of a tragic figure. He's had a hay fever for about 3 years. He had it in Red, Blue, Yellow, etc. And he got it again now. If it's the same instance, or if he just keeps getting it, I don't know. Maybe he should, move somewhere else. But his team is interesting. It's not really a team, but it is a Machamp, which is the final tier evolution of the Machoke line. And of course we've seen these before with Bruno, but it's neat to see a fully evolved third stage Pokemon on just a random trainer. And then that's fine by me, that is cool, I am down with that dog. Ah, poor man. But anyway, let's head into Rock Tunnel. Are we gonna head into Rock Tunnel? Yeah, we're gonna head into Rock Tunnel. Now, Rock Tunnel is a bit annoying. You'll remember from other instances in which it has appeared that it requires Flash in order to actually see anywhere. And they've managed to make Flash more and more annoying as the game goes on, or the series continues. Because in, like, the original Game Boy games, you could still tell the outlines of the geometry, despite the inky blackness. Here, it's just a circle of light around you, so you kind of do need flash, unless you just want to bump around into everything. It's annoying. Because, again, like Cut, except even more useless. You just don't want to have it on your actual battling team. Anyway, Rock Tunnel, I believe, has been thoroughly remodeled from its original appearance in the Kanto games, first-gen games. I'll admit, I don't have a really firm grasp on its overall, like, layout in the Kanto games, mostly because I usually don't use flash and just kind of bumble around in the dark. But I'm pretty sure this is, like, completely different, especially with, like, the rock climb stuff there. Rock climb did not exist in 3rd and 1st generations, of course. And there's also, like, no trainers in here, it looks like. It used to be really infested with hikers and small children who got lost in the mountains. But now it's just a bunch of items and some wild Pokemon, most of which you've already seen. It is a very nice looking cave, though, I will give it that. Like, look at those weird rock formations that look like cylinders. I don't know what those are, but they're cool. They look like something that'd be, like, formed through erosion or, like, volcanic activity, like, or something. I don't know a whole lot about geology, but they don't seem like they would just kind of pop up. I don't know. Anyway, there's BP up. BP up. Good thing to have. And I do kind of want to go out and grab all the items I can here, because there's very little else of note in this cave. And good lord, Liz, I'm in a cave. How do you even have service? I don't know. But anyway, that takes care of Rock Tunnel. Smaller than it originally was, but not too bad. And I will see you guys after this commercial break for the power plant quest. Alrighty, so the power plant quest. Kind of the closest thing to a plot event that they have in this game, in the post-game rather, because it's the only thing that requires you to travel around and do things other than fight gym leaders, which is, I'm okay, it's alright, I guess. It spices up my life. It's the highlight of Kanto for me, more or less, other than, like, the final gym leader, who's genuinely difficult. But anyway, the power plant back in the Kanto games was completely a wreck, abandoned, did not function, was infested with electric-type Pokemon. But since then, they've decided to renovate it and actually make it work, which is a good use of resources, I would say. But unfortunately, some vile individual, some vile individual has stolen a vital part of the machine, and we need to go find him. Because obviously the police can't do it. That would be silly. And that gives us our reason to head back to Cerulean. So let's head back to Cerulean. And of course there is one more route in between us and Cerulean, filled with trainers and very little else. But I don't think that, like, any of them are worth noting, maybe one or two, so it won't take too long to get through there. I do like this kind of section here, because in the original Kanto games you would be progressing kind of the opposite direction through this little gauntlet. You'd go from Cerulean to the Pokemon Center there, through Rock Tunnel to Lavender, then often south on Silence Bridge or something. And here we've been doing the entire thing in reverse. You're not required to do it in reverse. Clearly I went to Cerulean much earlier, and then could have gone to the east here, checked out the power plant like that, gone through Lavender that way. But I like doing things backwards. It highlights the the difference between the two generations. In fact, you have more freedom, which is the American way, of course. That sounds like sound logic. Alright, we're almost back. You can see there are a bunch of cut trees that you can use to get shortcuts or get items, etc. I sound like a broken record by this point, I think, but don't do it. Don't fall for their trick. It's a foolish thing to do. And apparently, like, none of these trainers had any Hoenn or Sinnoh Pokemon, or maybe just none of note. And considering how low my standards are, that must be pretty not notable. Anyway, the one saving grace is that they didn't decide to block your exit with cut trees. In the Kanto games, the entrance was blocked with cut trees, and that was a jerk move. Hello. You are a Team Rocket member. Also, he has trouble speaking. Now, people who've played a Black One and White One will know that this guy returns later in that game as a little cameo. He's a memorable character, and I love him. But anyway, somewhere in this gym is a machine part, but unfortunately you can't actually grab it right now, even though it's there, because you need to go track that guy down and apprehend him and stuff. I'm still confused about this, because I swear that in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you could just grab the part and be on your merry way. You could track him down if you wanted to, but it wasn't necessary. Here, it is necessary, and that boggled my mind. I did not understand things. But anyway, let's go find him. Appears to have fled up north. There he is. Oh god, where did he go? I can't... He just disappeared. Either I am a foolish creature, or he is truly a master of disguise, because I swear he was right there on the bridge, and then he just wasn't, and I don't... Where did I... He must be a ninja or something, but... Maybe Koga is a Team Rocket member. Well, clearly he's not this way, so maybe I can double back and catch him as he's trying to flee. Try to outsmart the ninja. I think we got this. We can do this, kids. Just head on down. Not over there. Alright. Maybe... There he is. Aha! I knew it. Oh, I saw through your ploy this time, hiding in plain sight. He's a crafty bugger. Yeah, you should feel no shame for being deceived by his crafty actions. Now, unfortunately, he's actually pretty weak as a trainer. He's got one Pokemon, it's a Golbat, it's level 39. If you've dealt with a Janine, there's no threat here. In fact, if you've dealt with, like, the radio tower back in Goldenrod, there should be no threat here. He's pretty not dangerous. Which is a darn shame, because this is kind of the last hurrah of Team Rocket. And this is how we send the team off? With the Golbat? A single Golbat? I mean, I suppose you could argue that it's representative of the state of the team as a whole, like, weak and divided, but it's just so disappointing. And he's, like, no better in Crystal, just so you know. So yes, the machine part is hidden in the inner tubes. So yeah, apparently he's going back to his home country of Unova, which is America. So he has a funny American accent that doesn't come across in the translation here. It's weird. But anyway, now we just gotta grab that thingy-doob from the gym, and you'll find that it's exactly where I was looking before. It just didn't exist back then. It materialized. There it is. And now we can bring that machine part back to the power plant. And then we can fix the power plant, power can turn back on, the magnet train will start running, the radio tower will become operational once again. We'll get an expansion card. We can go to the west side of the region. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. So now let's just surf on over to the power plant with hopefully no interruptions. Wait a second. Wait a second. This is a shiny Goldie. For those of you not in the know, random shinies appear with a 1 in 8,192 chance. This is that chance. And so I now have a legitimately golden Goldeen to call my very own. Now, I have plans for this Goldeen. You won't see her active in this playthrough, but I have plans. This isn't the last you've seen of this golden Goldeen. And to commemorate the fact that you haven't seen the last of her, here's a nickname. Couldn't think of anything more fitting. Gloria will return in another series. But anyway, let's continue. On back to the power plant to resolve this power plant fiasco of sorts. Just return the machine part and everything will be happy hunky-dory. Well, that was simple. Was it like he stole a gear or something? I don't know. You can just like plop it in, it couldn't have been that complex. But anyway, here's the TM for Charge Me, which is a pretty decent attack. If you like upping your stats, it's a good thing to have. But for now, let's just fly back to another city. Now that we've taken care of the power plant fiasco, we can now finally challenge Misty at Cerulean Gym, which we will do next time.